Hello and welcome to my 1902 farmhouse craft room. My name is Alicia with Country Mama Musings, and today we're getting together to work on block 3 of our Heirloom Afghan. This block will be worked in the double crochet stitch. So get your supplies and let's get started. For this block we'll be using our size H crochet hook and whatever color you have chosen for color A for your Afghan. For me it is white. We're going to start with a slip knot, leaving a nice long tail to sew in later, getting that slip knot on our hook, and we're going to chain 27 loosely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 25, 26, and 27. So this is the chain that we will be forming our square on. We will be working in rows. Row 1, we're going to double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook and in each chain across. So not counting the loop that's already on our hook, we're going to count over 4. 1 chain, 2 chain, 3 chain. Right here is our 4th chain, and this is where we'll be placing our stitch. For the double crochet, we're going to yarn over, just like we did for the half double crochet. We're going to place our hook into the stitch that we found, that 4th one from the hook. We're going to wrap our yarn around and pull that yarn back through to the front of our work. We have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 1, 2 loops, leaving 2 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 1 loop, 2 loops. And there we have the double crochet. Going to our next stitch right here, let's work another double crochet. Yarn over into the stitch, grabbing our yarn and pulling it back through. We're going to yarn over and we're going to pull that yarn through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull them through the second 2 loops. There we go, completing a double crochet. Let's do one more together at this pace. Yarn over, placing your hook into this next stitch, grabbing your yarn and pulling it back through. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Moving to the next stitch, we'll go a little faster. And you start creating a rhythm with your hook as you work, and it will become more natural as you go. So I'm going to work double crochets in every chain. Whoops, this one's being a booger. There we go. And I will meet you when we get down here closer to the end, and we'll discuss how many double crochets we're supposed to have. These chains that you skipped up here at the front, they're going to count as a double crochet too. So in the end, when you do your count, you should have 25. So let's go ahead and finish off double crochets in every chain to the very, very end here, and we'll do a count. This is another block where counting is going to be important. Here we are to the end. Don't forget this very last little chain. That happens a lot. It's a little difficult to get into sometimes, but make sure you grab that very last little one. Let's remove our hook and put our work down here, and let's see what we've got. Counting this as a double crochet, these are the 3 chains that we skipped. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. That's exactly where we want to be. Let's move on to row 2. Hey, are you enjoying putting together all of the beautiful Heirloom sampler blocks for our Heirloom Afghan crochet along? If so, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, check out the playlist that has all of the videos for every block for our crochet along, and be sure to share the video with your friends that like to crochet. Okay, let's get back to our project for this week. We're going to chain 3 and turn our work. Now this chain 3 is going to count as a double crochet. This is the last double crochet that we worked in round 1. This is the top of that stitch right here. Since this counts as a double crochet, we don't want to work in this stitch right here. We're going to work over to the next stitch and complete a double crochet. So not your first stitch, but starting in your next stitch, create a double crochet and create a double crochet all the way across your work. When you get to the end and do a count, you should have 25. I'm going to continue on and I'll meet up with you at the end of the row. And don't forget that this chain 3 right here, these chains we skipped, that counts as a stitch. We're going to right here to the top of it and place a double crochet. That will be our double crochet number 25 for this row. So let's take a look at our work. This chain 3 in turn counted as a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and this very last one that we did here in this chain is 25. So to complete the rest of our block, we're just going to repeat row 2 until our square is approximately 7 inches square. Again, row 2 was chain 3 and turn your work. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet and it counts as being a part of this stitch right here, so don't work in this first stitch. Work in the next stitch, placing a double crochet. And then in every stitch across, a double crochet. I'm going to continue working row 2 until my square is approximately the size that I need it, and I'll meet up with you there. 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, we're about halfway done with our square, and I've stopped to do a count just to make sure I still have 25 stitches across. You should have nice even sides and nice even stitches for your block. You're going to notice that you're going to have little gaps here where you turn. That's okay, that's to be expected. If you find that your work is starting to taper in a little bit, like it's going to turn into a triangle, stop. Go back to where you had the last true count of 25 and frog your work, undo your work until you get to that point. It's called frogging because you're ripping out the stitches and you say rip it, rip it, rip it, and it sounds a little bit like a frog. You can take all of those stitches out, get back to where you had 25 and start again. Otherwise that taper is just going to keep on going and you're going to end up with a triangle. On the opposite of that, if you find that your work is starting to flare out a little bit, you may have more than 25. Do your count again, get back to where it's a true 25 count, and start from there. I'm going to go ahead and continue adding a few more rows, and we'll come back to check to see if our work is square. 23, 24, and going right there into that last one, 25. Let's remove our hook. Let's see if our square is where we need it. I've got several rows done here. I'm going to take this upper corner and I'm going to fold it down diagonally and match it up to the other corner. And let's see if we've got a triangle here. Look at that. Our work is where we need it to be. We have a square. When you fold it over diagonally and it makes a perfect triangle, you've got the square that you need. Let's take a look at our square number 2 and see how it measures up. When we lay it on top, it's very, very close. This is about the size that we need. I think we're in good standing here. You're ready now for your edging. Don't finish off. This is color A. You're going to complete round 1 of your edging with color A, and you're going to complete round 2 of your edging with color A. So both rounds will be done with the same yarn. So don't finish off until you're done with those 2 rounds of edging. When you're done, there's only one thing left to do. Get yourself a little marker and write on it, block 3, double crochet, color A, and then set it aside with your other blocks that you've already completed and have them in a safe spot where they can stay clean and dry until you're ready to put your Afghan together. Well, that's it from the farm today. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next week when we work on block number 4, the treble crochet. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.